The first cut of 2019 has come. Up, Whitey Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Ne0 Lation Chapter 19. And yes, this is the final chapter of Ne0 Lation. And you remember, if you guys remember, I said this shit was going to happen. I knew Ne0 Lation was going to get cut. And at the end of this live reaction, I'm going to explain why. So, last chapter, we got some fake news going on, and it was just getting crazy. So, let's get to this chapter and see how Ne0 Lation is going to end. Chaman, I've come to save you, and this chapter is titled, My Friends and I. Where are you going? You little rats. Oh, shit! Gotcha! Don't get ahead of yourself! Whoa! A projectile stun gun? Is it like a taser? Don't move! Oh, shit! A power outage? I've got control over the building's computers. There's no light inside the building and it's night outside. Now the enemy's got almost zero visibility. Go get him, guys! Oh, shit! Yeah! I don't sense them anymore. Did they give me the slip? Can you see them in the dark? If worse comes to worse, I'll kill the lights, but I didn't have time to order night vision goggles, so use these. There's smartphones equipped with thermal cameras. If you set this inside VR goggles and open the camera hole, they become impromptu infrared cameras. They were playing this from the very start. There must be a brain behind this operation. Someone who has a grasp on everything and is calling the shots to coordinate this raid. But this building only has one exit, and I know the way there. They won't get away. Yo, Yuko! Brother Ta! Yay! Brother Ta has made it! Ne0 told me to come get you. Hurry up! That's Ne0 for you, always predicting every move. That must be their car. Shoot! They were ahead of me every step of the way. You can come out now. Yay! Why do you come here yourself? I'm not used to this kind of finishing work, so I figured it'd be easier to use the computers they have here. Hello, Yuko? Brother Tom, were you told to bring a laptop? I was. I'll help too, but there's something I want you to do on that laptop, Chinami. Me? A very smart person once said, if someone slaps you on the right cheek, throw a spinning pile driver on their left cheek. Get back at him for kidnapping you. Right! Yay! Mr. Mayor, we have a situation. That's the car. They're not getting away. I'm too busy for this. I told you not to call this number. Mikuni, what is the meaning of this video? Busted! That's the secret meeting we held. It can't be. We destroyed the SD card. It's a fake. So what if it's been fabricated? You're the one who said there are still people who will jump on it, and what we're talking about is real. The police might come after me. I have to go into hiding. This is the end for you, Mikun. What the heck? It's just one thing after another. Are the ones who made and posted that video friends of the trespassers? What's going on with today? The video's gone viral, so the media's sure to pick it up. And once that happens, the police will make their move. That's the high school girl loser tuber for you. Video editing is your favorite. Video editing is your forte. Nah, it's thanks to having the materials for making fakes from that editing company and your help, Ne0. Well, in any case, the fake news shot will be murdered by fake news! Yeah! Damn it! All right. How about that, Ne0? We can do anything we put our minds to. Yep. You guys are pretty good. Oh, what's the matter, Ne0? Should we call an ambulance? What happened? Why did you congratulate us without a fight? You got something up your sleeve, don't you? Shut up. Things worked out this time, but he's not that easy to fool. That's Mikuni in this video. Guess that means that gig he hired us for is canceled. What do you make of this video? One thing's for sure, there's some funny guy out there who worked it out. Yeah, it's gotta be him. At the level we're at, it won't be easy. Maybe, just maybe. Friends, huh? They're not bad. Hey sis, what's up? You have extra hot dogs, so we should come by to eat them? As your friend, there's something I should tell you to. What? Danger awaits up ahead, so I'll go it alone. That's how our teamwork's gonna be. Danger, but it's just my house. Food tastes better when you eat it with company. We're gonna wipe out all the hot dogs this town's got, and the bad guys too while we're at it. Okay, so this is how the series is ending, and it goddamn sucks because we're not going to see Gavaron, we're not going to get the social media mafia or anything like that, but, okay, so, how this manga is ending just makes me sad, even though the chapter, I like that, how the chapter went was just, it was going at its own pacing, so I'll give them, oh my gosh. I'll give Hira, sorry, oh my god, wordings. Tomohide and Mizuki props for that. But this is how I knew, like, from the start that this manga was going to be the one out of Hellbound Higuma, Chainsaw Man, and Ne0 was going to be canceled. The reason why I knew that is because, one, Hellbound Higuma is just so fucking awesome, and every week it just gets better and better. Like, it's just freaking amazing. If you're not reading Hellbound Higuma, I don't know where the fuck you've been. Hellbound Higuma is amazing. Hokami just knows how to bring it every week. Hellbound Higuma is just like balls to the walls awesome. And the concept for Hellbound Higuma is very unique. It's just so fucking awesome. I can't stress it enough to go read Hellbound Higuma. And the thing is just, like, here's the thing with Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, it took a little bit for Chainsaw Man to get up and going. Same with Ne0. It took, Ne0 kind of piqued my interest a little bit because it was different, but the thing is, and this is just how the community is that the community, and it's just a goddamn shame because it's the same thing with sports series, is that the community likes action. And I feel like this is how it is in Japan, except unless you pique their interest, like with something like Hinamaru Zumo or Haikyuu or something like that, is that they're not interested in something like Ne0. Ne0's pacing was, I think, a little too slow. Whereas Chainsaw Man, yeah, it's a little intriguing, but I'm telling you, the next series that's probably going to get dropped, I just know it's going to be Chainsaw Man. Because, to me, and I said at the very beginning of Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man just is too much like Jogon. It is! I'm sorry, Chainsaw Man is too much like Jogon meets Jujutsu Kaisen. And maybe even a little bit like Hell's Paradise Shigekuraku. Chainsaw Man's not going to last very long. I'm telling you, Hellbound Higuma is going to be the one to stay because it's just too unique and it's very balls to the walls. But again, I knew the reason why Ne0 was going to get, I knew why it was going to get canceled. And it just sucks because it really was starting to pick up. Is that, Tomohide and Mizuki just didn't go balls to the walls quick enough. Like if they would have done what like Hokami did and just went balls to the walls right away, I really think it would have been a different situation. But because of how they kept the pacing for this series, I think that's why I think that's why that's why it got dropped. I really, really do. And it's a goddamn shame because I think where it was really starting to pick up was starting at the beginning of the Gavaron chapters, like going into Gavaron and the Father Ta content. Starting around there was when it was really starting to pick up. At least for me, and I really wish that we would have started off like around there. I really do. Like when it came to villain-wise, and I know what Tomohide and Mizuki were trying to do. They were trying to slowly build up. They were, but the problem is when you do that is, especially when you're a jumpstart manga like this, it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do that because, like with, again, I gotta compare it to Hellbound Higuma. Like with what Hokami does is Hokami like draws you in right away. Yeah, you got a little bit, it slowly builds up a little bit in the chapter, but Hokami just like gives you like this world building, and it gives you this interesting lore, and it brings you in right away. I'm gonna give you another example. Look at The Last Tsuyuki by Dejiro Nanue. There we go. Look what Dejiro's doing. Dejiro is giving, and we're only at the 9th chapter, and it's just so fascinating. We get like it feels like it's been a lot longer for The Last Tsuyuki. We get interesting lore every week. We get like the world building is fantastic. All the characters are interesting, and it doesn't feel like we got that in Ne0. That's the problem, and it really goddamn sucks, because we did have a few interesting characters, and goddamn, Ne0's backstory was just freaking heartbreaking. And fuck, if you would have started out, I think, if Ne0 would have flat out started with Ne0's backstory, maybe, or, and went into, I think if Ne0 would have started out with Ne0's backstory, and fuck, even, like, started with the Ne0 Gavadan feud or something, I think that could have, like, given us our attention a little bit more, because again, something we got with The Last Tsuyuki is we got an idea of who the villains were right away, and we're still learning what we have to do, but we got an idea, got like the basic premises right away. We got the villains and all that. Ne0, it was kind of unclear of who our villains were. And I feel like if Ne0 was more, if Tomohide gave us more of an idea of who our villains were, I think that it would have been a little bit better. I think that people would have picked up on it a little bit more. Because, again, this series had a really good premise. It really did. It's just that I think it was just a little too slow. The pacing, the progression and the pacing just felt a little too slow for me. And I'm very curious what you guys thought of this series in regards to, like, the pacing, especially compared to, like, Chainsaw Man, Hellbound Haguma, and The Last Tsuyuki in particular. But, and what's the other one that I was thinking of? Holy shit. Yeah, it's compared to those three in particular, because for me, I think out of all those three, The Last Tsuyuki and Hellbound Haguma have the best pacing so far. Chainsaw Man, the pacing is kind of slowed down a little bit for me, and that's why I think Chainsaw Man, I'm surprised it survived this long. I'm telling you, the next series that will be dropped is Chainsaw Man. If it's Hellbound Haguma, I'm going to be really fucking pissed, because Hellbound Haguma is actually really good. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys thought of Ne0 as a whole. What do you guys think the problems were with Ne0? Do you guys agree with me that it didn't go balls to the walls like The Last Tsuyuki and Hellbound Haguma did? And to an extent, Chainsaw Man did. Do you think it had to do with, like, the pacing of Ne0? Because at least for me, Ne0 got a little bit boring at times. And what do you think Ne0 could have done to, like, grab the attention? To me, I think if we would have started off, like, with the backstory of Ne0, if we would have had Ne0's backstory a little sooner, or if we would have gotten, like, the villains established, especially with Gavadan, a little sooner, I think it would have made this manga a little bit more interesting. Because look at, this is the last time I'm going to bring up The Last Tsuyuki, because again with The Last Tsuyuki, we got our villains established right away, and, you know, we start slowly meeting them, and I feel like if we would have done that, and then, like, just started off with, like, the Lemming arc, if we would have started off, I think, with the Lemming arc, and then worked our way around that, I think, and, like, fuck, we could have had the first chapter, and then just went straight into the Lemming arc. I think it would have been a completely different story, because we would have gotten the Lemming content, then we would have went into Gavadan, and then we would have gotten, everything established, and I think it would have worked out a little bit more. At least for me. I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerd Against Ink. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more manga content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All it's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.